What's going on, people? It's Mr. Door back again with the review show, and I think I'm getting bored of it now. I'm not getting bored of it because every time I come on, we win again. But we won because we won again. How is everyone? How is everyone today? I think before we do start, me and Des, we've had the best 3 days ever. And if no one knows, as you know, people know me and Kevin. We had Kevin Campbell on the show, and yeah.
If you don't know, where have they been?
Yeah, so if you don't know, where have you been? So, but yeah, we had an amazing day. So, Kevin, I know you're watching. Thank you for 3 days. It's been a pleasure. But yeah, back to the game. If you've not saw the vlog, crazy vlog, so go and watch that after the show. But it's a review show, and got the panel on. I was going to start with you, Des. How you feeling, Des?
I'm over the moon. You know, I'm living my best life here, Dor. Watching Forest get promoted, doing all the good things you just touched on there. You know, it's my birthday the day before we go to Hull. You know what more can I do? Nearly got 500 daily subscribers thanks to you and the megaphone man.
Not quite up yet. We'll get there.
Yeah,
but it's slowed down now, so it might not be happening that full.
Right, people. There's 96 people in. Do me a massive favor. Can you subscribe to Do Daily? Because the bet was if he gets to 500 subscribers till the whole game, he is going to wear the full kit.
W.
As you know. So people, go and subscribe to Do Daily, please.
And it already is on order.
It's free. You don't even have to watch it. Just subscribe.
Just subscribe, people.
Really?
Right.
Anyway, how I'm feeling amazing. Do you know that yesterday, this is about football, obviously, and whatever else is going off. Yesterday, what a performance. That was scintillating in the second half. That was incredible stuff, you know, and we're just getting better, aren't we? Better and better and better. And I just can't see us not doing the business. That might come back to bite me on the arse, you know, but I really can't see us not winning on Tuesday and not winning on Saturday. And when it comes to goals, you know, we did the job yesterday, didn't we? We turned that goal difference on its head a little. So it's just absolutely brilliant, isn't it? It just capped off that amazing weekend you spoke about.
100%. I had an amazing 3 days, and something that I will never, I'll never forget. But yeah, thanks, Kev. But like I said, thank you very much, Kev. Next we've got the microphone man. How are you feeling, Lee?
I'm good. Yeah, same. Obviously, I wasn't with the posh lot yesterday.
Where? Listen to that. I'm not no stuck-up person.
But what a fantastic few days! Like, obviously meeting Kev and Chets and Darren Fletcher. It was just overwhelming. It was mind-blowing. Hearing how they are and the things they tell you, and fantastic. And obviously, not just that, I just want to say thanks to you, Dor, and all these guys here, all the subscribers, everyone I've got to know. It's like one big family, and it's just fantastic. And for me personally, without being able to do this and getting involved in this, for me, it's a massive positive. I don't know what I'd be doing. Obviously, I'd still be watching Forest, but this gives me like a really good focus, and I just love it. So to everyone I've met, just thank you. You know what I mean? And all Steve, Malco, everyone. Matt, Michaela, Fox, everyone. I could list everyone, and I'm sure I've missed people out, you know. But yeah, fantastic. But in terms of yesterday, just to echo what Des was saying, I think we play like that second half. I can't see him getting near us. I think we'll smash them if that's the case. I'm not going to say now it's going to be easy, but if we play like that, I don't think they'll be able to touch us or cope with it. I genuinely don't. And the pressure's on them. It's not on us. Okay, we need a result, but they're going to be on edge. They're going to be panicking. So it's on us. Obviously, I'm nervous, but
100%. I think everyone's nervous. And last but not least, right, until a disclaimer: if Steve's wife comes out with anything, just
we're all going to duck for cover.
We're going to duck. So I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm not getting into the detail. It's up to Steve. So people, Steve, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, mate. That's what the problem is. You understand. You know, you understand. No, obviously I didn't plan, did I? You know, we booked it in advance, but obviously there's something just more important than the wife's birthday weekend coming up.
Right, Steve, let's change the subject. Steve, let's change the subject, Steve. Right, Steve, how you feeling, man, as a Forest fan?
I think yesterday was brilliant. Yesterday, watching it, I think everything was not just the performance. I think the atmosphere, ground yesterday, before and after, was great, and I'm starting to feel a few butterflies about Tuesday. I said to you before we came on, Ben, I said if this was the other way round, everything was the other way round, we were second, they were third, they were on our run and we were on their run and they were coming to our ground, I'd be a little bit worried on Tuesday, because I just think, you know, how do they play it? Because nothing changed, did it? We still had, you know, even when they got that late goal against Swansea last week, we'd still got to go and win. He's turned the goal difference round now. So basically, if we win on Tuesday, we're in the automatic spot anyway. And we go up to Hull and it's in our hands. We could have won yesterday, win on Tuesday, and they'd have still been second. Am I right? Would that have been the case? Yeah. And we'd have needed more to win. So, you know, it's in our hands, and I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing for this one on Tuesday. You know.
So people in the comments, how are you feeling about being a Forest fan? Like I said, we're going to talk about Swansea game first, and then afterwards we'll see. It's the biggest game in 23 years, but that's something we'll talk about at the end of the show. Right, let me start with you, Lee. And like I said, everyone's echoed, like, what a performance. And I'm not going to lie, and Des was with me yesterday, I was nervous before the Swansea game, because for the last 23 years, I'm not saying being negative minded, it's always something that always hits us. But yesterday, that game proved it. Steve Cooper proved it. We go to games and we're going to win. That game proved it. We won 5-1. Fantastic performance. And Lee, in your own eyes, like, what a performance, man.
Well, Ben, I'd say it's because Cooper doesn't allow that mentality. He's changed the whole ethos, hasn't he? Like, he doesn't allow the negativity. He takes it one game at a time. He doesn't allow them to think, oh, we've gone bust in the past when it's come down to it. He just doesn't think that way. Just the way he gets them playing. And yesterday was fantastic. I mean, it could have quite easily been 10 yesterday. You know what I mean? The chances we had. And just those stats I saw today, about 17 shots on target is the highest, even more than like Man City and stuff in a single game. So it's a great stat. But I was not nervous about yesterday. Like I say, Tuesday was the one I was nervous about. But having seen that second half, if we start like that, I'm confident that Bournemouth will not cope with it, despite the players and stuff they've got. I think they'll be scared to make a mistake, and we can take advantage of that, especially with pace, like with Johnson and stuff. And if we get Surridge in the right places, it's shown, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 chances he will score. So, you know, we've got every reason to be optimistic. And really, it's a free hit, isn't it? Because if we don't win, we're in the playoffs. What we've got to lose? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I want to ask you, Steve, and like I said, I'm asking the team, like, I'm love Steve Cooper because he likes to play mind games, and we heard Storage was doubtful, Callback was doubtful. They came and played, and look what happens. We win 5-1. And are you loving the way he's doing it, Steve? And I'm loving it. Like, he reminds me of, like, I think Mourinho was the best of it, like playing mind games. I think Bill Davis was the same as well. He used to play mind games. He's not playing. And you just out of nowhere they can play. Are you loving? Like I said, we'll talk about Sturridge. Sorry, I can't pronounce his name. I get it wrong. Sturridge, whatever.
Surridge. There's no T.
Sturridge, whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah. But Steve, it's just exciting, isn't it? It's like going to games, and the performance again was just, especially the second half. But the whole game, it was just mad, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, I think the first thing I will say about I listened to Stevie Cooper's interview tonight on the radio. I caught up with it, and his attitude when he was speaking to Colin Fry was, "Yeah, okay, we've won this one, right? We'll move on to the next one. No big, it's this big game, is this, that, and the other. We stick to the game plan, this, that, and the other." I think he's better than Billy Davies with the mind games. I said when I heard about all these players were out injured, I text straight away. I went, mind games. He's playing mind games. I don't know whether you noticed because I know you guys were over the far end, but I don't know whether you noticed it. When Martin scored and made it 5-1, he ran down the touchline to get them lads, to get the ball back because he wanted another one.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, because he was in front of us and he ran down and he was telling the lads, they were in the corner, Martin was in the corner saying, get back, because obviously he now knows, that we've got that 1 goal advantage. He wanted a couple of goals advantage. The guy's just a genius. I mean, I put yesterday on Twitter, I believe in Miracles Part 2 is about to happen next Saturday. I really do. It's about to happen. And I just think he deserves it. The guy deserves it. I'm sorry. He's just an absolute... He's bulletproof at Forest, isn't he? And fair play to him. He deserved it. The player... Everyone is pulling in the same way, Ben. Everyone's going in the same way. And this talk tonight, I don't know whether you've seen it, that they reckon fans are going to get by the training ground at 4:00 tomorrow, and send them off, this, that, and the other. The players must be on cloud 9. And Surridge at the minute, look, 2 million did we pay for him?
2 million.
2 million.
Absolute bargain. Hello, my uncle.
The guy just turns everything into gold. He's just brilliant. The manager is brilliant. And I'll tell you something else about this, just quickly. I'm not saying he's been poor or anything like that. Please don't think he's been poor. I'm not saying that. Brennan Johnson's going to turn up on Tuesday. I just got this feeling he's going to turn up on Tuesday. He's going to get one. And I'm not saying he's not played bad or anything like that. Not at all. I just think that lad is going to turn up on Tuesday. Young player of the year, bang, he's going to turn up.
Him and Spence are going to destroy that right-hand side, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%.
How does he play it, though, Lee? How does Scott Parker play this game?
He looks worried, doesn't he, from his interviews?
Yeah.
Des, let's talk about the first half. And I can't remember how many. Forest had chance after chance after chance. And we should at least have scored 5 goals. Their keeper was immense. I think Yates had 1. Sturridge had 4 or 5. But it was one engagement. It was tense, wasn't it, Des? From where we were sitting. It
was, yeah. But again, there was lots of confidence that would go on and convert those chances. I find it a bit. I didn't know what to make of that, the penalty decision kind of thing, because did we want an easy chance to score in 10 men, knowing goals was in the offing? But it didn't matter in the end, did it? Because we missed a few chances. We are human at the end of the day. It's going to happen. But in the past, that would have sapped confidence. It would have, the strikers we've used or tried to use, the fact that we didn't know we was going to have Surridge beforehand, potentially carrying a bit of a knock, and he bangs in a hat-trick and a quality hat-trick at that. So again, his confidence could have gone at half-time. He missed a couple of chances, which so far he's stuck away because he hasn't had as many chances in one game than he did yesterday. So it was just, whilst it was nervy, it's a big occasion. It was the last home game of the season. We've come so far. We know what we've got to do. It's in our hands. That's what creates all these nerves right now. Whilst the pressure's not on us in many ways, it's definitely in our hands. So there is a bit of pressure there. Steve Cooper's going to play that down. We're all going to play it down because we want to believe that we're just going to go and steamroll through them. But the reality is there is a bit of pressure because we've come such a long way and the expectations building. It would have been... I think they'd have got a great reception if we'd have not quite done the job yesterday. I think the appreciation would have been there for the work that's been done. but it would have been just that little bit of, oh, do you know what I mean? And that's what we was all a little bit worried about. We was just worried about walking away and the season being done. Well, not being done because it would have meant playoffs definitely, but the season for the time being done now, and then Bournemouth being a bit of a dead rubber, and Hull as well. As much as we're daft enough to go to games when there's nothing on it and things like that at the end of the season, and
it's mad, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it? Like we said,
but what we really want is to be playing competitive football matches. We want to be in every football match, and that's what I felt yesterday was about. We will accept it. You know, we understand how far we've come. The fans have come out. The fans come out for a celebration yesterday. We would have accepted come what may, but at the end of the day, we want more of it. We just can't get enough.
We don't want it to end.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to get through the comments, and I know there's quite a lot of comments to go through. From Mark Preston, good evening, lads. How you doing, Mark? This is from Jimmy. Good evening, all. Everyone's buzzing. All I see is positive comments. My single channel, Reds are going up, blah, blah. It's just, I don't want to just change the subject a little bit. I remember, like I said, it was Des, I remember Lee, at the start of the season, everyone was down. Everyone was down, and it was toxic. It was absolutely. We didn't want. I don't want to be here. I'm now. We want to be here. I want to do my channel every day now, and it's mad. All I see is positive comments, and I've got a super chat somewhere. Where are you? Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. Keep the super work and dedication, Door. Let's hope we have a brilliant week. Up the red, £8.99. Thank you very much for that, Jim. Rob. Respect for that. Much love for that, and yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And I'll get you a drink if you are Bournemouth or Hull. So thank you very much for that.
He won't.
I will do.
No, he will really.
Listen to me. If we go, I'll buy everyone a drink. I'd be
quiet now. Ask a question quick.
Oh, Joe, I'm saying, I'm looking for the comments. What a season. Everyone under 30 may never experience this ever again. It is true. And this is for the younger fans as well. The younger fans will never experience this ever. And the way it is, it's just fantastic. Keith says, hi, Dawn, guys. By the way, Dawn, great vlog for the Swansea game. One of the best ones you've done so far. I'm proud of it. And like I said, when you got someone like Kevin Campbell taking over Craig, it was something that I will always cherish. And that we've got a comment from Lisa. How you doing, Lisa?
I've got a message for Lisa.
Des, remember our last time, Des? Good to say, Dawn, you are better than Bournemouth. You'll beat them, but we don't care because jump around if you're going down, jump up. Listen to me. I seen a video of Derby fans jumping around relegation. Like, we're not focused. We're focused. We're on our team now. We're not like. I love you, Lisa. I love you loads. I love you a lot, Lisa. But I can't be. Seeing that video, it just makes me. It makes me laugh.
It's a long way back from oblivion.
Exactly.
Further than Bournemouth.
Right, I'm asking you a question like Lee. This is Lee, probably. The first half, I said, Swansea, to be fair, they took their goal well, but like I said, we could have scored. And like I said, their keeper was fantastic first half, wasn't he?
Oh, he was. He saved them, to be fair. Even in the second half, he saved them. I mean, I thought they actually controlled the midfield pretty well first half. Like I say, they had possession, but it doesn't count for much if you do nothing with it, does it? So, but no, their keeper made some brilliant saves. And I read some Swansea fans like slagging him off, saying he was terrible. They must have been watching a different game to me, because if it wasn't for him, it would have been 8, 9, 10 quite easily.
Exactly. And I saw a Swansea vlog as well. Shout out to Reese, and he said that Forest was just too good.
Yeah.
We was.
We stepped it up in the second half.
We were too good, and that's how it is, especially the second half. And we'll talk about second half later on in the show. But we were just too good, and yeah, it's just amazing. Steve, we're talking. Like I said, the callback goal, and I'm getting this guy, and this is the thing, right? Spence, I think the way Swansea played, and I didn't understand. They was playing really, really strange football. The keeper was going. Yeah, I think he was like, "What are they doing? What are they doing?" And like, it worked in my favour, didn't it, Steve? Because, like I said, with the way they was playing it made us play much even better because Colback and Spence were pushing so forward, and it worked well for Colback, didn't it?
Yeah, the thing is with this Forest team, you can't give us space. And I think Swansea gave us space, but I don't know what you thought about the referee yesterday. I thought for the first 20, 25 minutes he was having a bit of a mess on decisions, but I think he got the actual goal, the first goal, dead spot right, because someone said to me that they'd sent Christie off. Was that true? He'd sent him off?
Yeah.
They gave him a red card.
Gave him a red card.
The official had said that he handled it behind the line. So obviously it's a goal, so he can't send off. So they got that spot right, dead on right. But yeah, I just thought the way Swansea played, I mean, the goal kicks were stupid, weren't they? They passed it out and then the goalkeeper ran halfway up the pitch. And you've got
I thought it was weird, man.
The thing was though, Steve, when they did that, we didn't run it. We only ran at one player. We didn't run at the goalie as well. We then sat deep. So as much as it was weird, it kind of worked a little bit because they had a lot of possession in midfield because we backed off first half, second half. We just went for them, didn't we?
Yeah, and we just had so much space. And I was trying to work that. I've never seen that sort of tactic played by a goal.
Me either. I thought Samba was worse.
I don't want to give Samba ideas.
He'd go play up pitch, and it was like, well, okay, what are you going to do with it now? But yeah, it was quite weird. It was funny tactics that I've ever seen. You know, a visiting team come along. Normally they give us very little room, and but no, it just seemed to play into our hands. And the second goal, I think we have to give Sam a bit of credit because that was right at my end, and he didn't half go backwards to get it over the other side. That was a hell of a goal. That was not as good as the third goal, mind you.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about
Ben, I've heard the one.
What? I think she's cut Steven's. I think she cut Steve's internet off. She's cut it off. Steve, your internet keeps cutting off. Has she cut it off, Steve?
I don't know. Cutting it off.
As well, people, like I said, if you see anything dangerous here in Steve's corner, it's not my fault. Dad, let's talk about second half. And it was the same game at their place, scoring early goals. And second half was just people in the comments as well. What do you think about second half, people? It was mad. Des, second half was mad, wasn't it? Mad.
It was crazy. For me, it was one of the best halves of the season, you know. And I'm like you touched on the away game at Swansea was fantastic as well. You know, that was one I really look back to and think was the lighting the torch paper on this team. It was the one where we went for it. I think Cooper knows them too well. You know, the first game, just before going to the second half, he did a real sort of tactical masterclass on them. He soaked up a lot of their passing and what they were doing at the back, and he let them have the ball. And it just worked the same yesterday. They ended up ultimately, they played themselves into trouble. I know what Lee said about not closing the goalkeeper down. We didn't need to. Because that's not the Swansea team we know. Swansea used to play like that, and they used to be able to play through the lines and run teams all over the pitch. They had 75% of the ball at their place, but they were doing nothing with it. And when it mattered, we hit them on the attack and scored. And exactly the same happened yesterday. There was a bit short yesterday on defenders, which really played into our favour. But the midfield for us just ran the show. I thought we just completely dominated them, and where we've come from that first Swansea game to now is you've got two players in there who are absolutely brimming with confidence. You know, they were playing well then. They just sort of hit the straps. You know, they just started sort of coming back to form or getting used to Steve Cooper's way. But now they're absolutely on top of it. And with the gaps that was left in midfield and the fact that they were weak at the back, we just exploited it. That second goal from Surridge, I'm doing it now. Surridge was absolutely brilliant. The way Garner picked up and he kind of flicked it over the midfielder and he was gone. And we was talking last night and we were saying how he just, as fans, you know, because we're impatient and we're in a rush, right, pass it to Brennan, pass it to Surridge. But he waited and he waited and he waited. If he wasn't confident, he'd have been doing what we said. He'd have been getting that ball away quickly. But he waited and waited and waited to the point where Surridge could just come onto it. You know, and that he doesn't think that. Everything's happening too quick for him to be able to think, this is what I'm going to do. That's just natural. Sort of, that's his subconscious taking over, just thinking, I've got to wait to this point. But if, like I say, if they weren't on top of their game, situations like that, you know, I thought to myself as well in the first half when Yates had that header, fantastic save, but what a header, you know, and remember last season when it was hitting his head and going everywhere and it was doing this, these are just guys who are doing things naturally now because they're so high on confidence and so high on belief and inspired by the manager, you know, it's just becoming second nature. And that's why, like I said before, that yesterday felt like something different to me. Just stepping back to the Fulham game, that felt very similar. You know, I felt, it sounds bizarre, now I felt really emotional about that performance at Fulham. It felt like something is really happening. We can all give out the bravado and say we're going up, we're doing this, we're going to beat them, we're chasing down Bournemouth, because that part of being a football fan's bravado. But when you believe it, when you genuinely believe that you're going up or something special is happening, and we can take a team into the Premier League that's got real ability and still growing and is outperforming what's put in front of them every week, that felt quite like, wow, this is what 23 years of getting beat 2-0 at Stoke away and getting thumped here, there and everywhere and getting beat at home by crappy teams. You know, it almost feels worthwhile. And when you have put that investment into it, you know, watching what we saw, the doggedness at Fulham and then the exuberance in the second half yesterday, the players playing it right on top of their game. And even someone like Surridge who came in, his confidence would have been knocked by some of the comments that were made during and before and after his transfer. But that's why
I'm going to talk about Des. That's why I'm going to talk about that Surridge as well.
But game by game, it's just picking up. And like I say, it's almost become the perfect storm. And that's what the second half felt like yesterday. We would have took 2-1 in the end. We would have took a 2-1 win and thought, well, that's it. We move on to the next game, and because goal difference is not massive at the minute, beating Bournemouth is the big thing. But the way they come out and just hit those goals, you know, put those goals in and won that game 5-1. Forest winning 5-1 against Swansea, you know, a team who's been up there over the last couple of seasons. It's just unknown, isn't it? And when we've needed those kind of performances in the past, that's when they've let us down. You know, when the obvious one, Stoke, you know, and the swing there and playoff games, I just think this team's got so much more about it. And yesterday, like I say, just felt like the perfect storm. The last game at the City Ground, the crowd was amazing. You know, you just being around it all day as we were, people were just smiling constantly. I don't think anyone looked particularly nervous, if I'm honest, and that's great.
I think I was the only one, Des. I was the only one nervous.
You was probably the only one, and thankfully, none of the first team squad got near you yesterday.
Right, I'm just looking for the comments, and Des touched on about Sturridge, and I want people to be honest in the comments. What was your opinion on Forest signing Sturridge? Because I know half of you people slated Cooper. Like, oh, why are we bringing someone that can't do form for Stoke City? Because people in the comments, and be honest, and I told the panel about him if they wanted him or not, because but I said, and the same with Davis, and people thought, oh, they wanted Balogun from Middlesbrough. Cooper's got it right again. So people in the comments, and I'm not going to slate you as well. Just be honest and see what your comments come back. Right, I'm looking for the comments, and this is from a member from Sean Stone. 24th in the league and now only 2 games away from making history. Yes, making history, and it's just mad. Ashley says 17 goals on 17 shots on goal. It was, I think, were we top or with Man City or Liverpool?
No, we beat them. We beat them. It's the highest shots on target in a single game this season. Yeah.
Okay. Another member, who said we'll finish second 2 months ago? No one. Well, yeah, no. I tell a lie. There's a few people. Des was one. Steve was one. What are you, Steve? Steve was one. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't say we'll finish second, but it's mad. I'm gonna ask you, Lee. And I said Sturridge, and he scored a hat trick. And second half, he was, especially his second goal. What a guy! What a man!
He's coming into his own, isn't he? I'll hold my hands up. I was one of those people that was unsure about him. I didn't slag him off. I was a bit underwhelmed with the signing because I thought, well, who's this guy we're signing? Because I'll be honest, I didn't know a lot about him. So I did judge in that respect. I never slagged him off and thought, oh, let's not give him a chance. But the guy's come into his own. He's stepped up to the plate since Davis has got injured and Graben injured again. Obviously, he was coming on and having an effect, but he's kind of making the position his own, isn't he? He's getting better every single game you see him, and it's his all-round game. It's not just his scoring. He does a lot for the team. He chases everything down that comes his way. You know what I mean? And he's passing balls, he's shooting, he's trying to bring other people into place. I hold my hands up. He's fantastic, and I'm happy for the lad. I want him to do well. You know what I mean? So I'm a happy guy right now. He's got
right, Lee. So, right, I'm going to ask a question, and people in the comments, right, and Lee, Des, and Steve can hold this. And if we've got Bournemouth next, so if Davis is fit, would you start him against Bournemouth?
No.
No, you can't.
No, because
you can't start.
I would potentially bring him on as a sub, like 25 minutes to go. Because don't forget, he's had the time out with his hamstring, so you kind of ease him back, don't you? Especially if Sturridge is doing well. And
I'm saying it's just opinion. I'm just saying everyone, like I said, I know both Lee and Steve said no. People can't, like I said, Sturridge has been fantastic. But in the comments, what would you do? Would you bring if he did come back?
Only Cooper knows if he's ready, though. We can speculate all we want. Look at all the people that's supposed to be out for ages, injuries, then bam, they're in. So,
do you know what with this? And right now, I think you play Sturridge because he's just scored a hat trick. His goals per minute thing is saying, because we're looking at a player coming back from injury, possibly, and this kind of thing. But would it really surprise you if Keenan Davis played against Bournemouth? You know, we don't. I have no idea on his situation, on his injury.
He looked fit yesterday, guys. He looked very fit yesterday. He was sitting over there. He was jumping over the chairs and everything. Keenan Davis was. He looked perfectly fit yesterday. So
all I'm saying, you know, Cooper is prepared to make a big, bold decision. We've seen that. You know, he's at times he's taken last couple of games he's taken Figueiredo out the side when he's done nothing particularly wrong. He took Orvath out. You know, and if Cooper feels anybody in the team, you know, there could be a point where Max Lowe comes back in because he feels he's a better fit to the system. You know, I think Colback's been absolutely phenomenal in the second half of the season. He's one of the players of the season, but it's been phenomenal. But would it really? And I'm just playing devil's advocate a little bit here. Would it really surprise you if Davies played against Bournemouth or grabbing you from somewhere again?
Hey, the sooner we see him back, the better. It can only
Listen to me, right? Whatever Cooper says, I don't believe you, Cooper. You can say he's out for the season. Oh, he's on the bench now. Woohoo!
So, you know what I like about Cooper is if something does go wrong, he just doesn't dwell on the negative, does he?
Exactly.
He just literally moves on. Next man up. We've got an injury. Oh, we've lost to Luton. It's done. Let's go. Move on.
Can I just say something about Surridge? Yeah, what I think, and I'm going away from Bournemouth. I think Surridge's performances over the last 3 or 4 games has now ended the myth that Graben's not going to get a contract. I don't think Graben's going to get a contract. I think they're going to see Surridge as, is he 23, 24? Surridge?
20, yeah, around that age, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Graben wasn't there yesterday, was he, doing the parade? Was he on the pitch? Did anyone see him?
I didn't see him.
Graben,
Did you see Graben? I didn't see him.
That's my theory anyway. I think the way Surridge has played.
Would you not give, Steve? Would you not give Graben a season just to be one of those come off the bench last 15 minutes if we need to change things up for the future? I mean,
you know what you just said that Cooper's not afraid to make bold decisions. I think Cooper's that type of guy. I think he'll make them bold decisions. I mean, Graben came on. You know, he's 34, 35. Would I? I
know that's the problem. People comments. Would you give Graben a contract?
I think it depends what league we're in. Because if we're in the Premiership, we're going to need obviously Davis, and then I would probably say another high caliber striker because you can't mess around in there, can you?
Well,
would Graben be like that?
Yeah, there's certain players.
People comments. Would you want Graben to get a new contract, whatever league we're in? Yes, and I'll read them out. I'm going to go through comments, and I'm going to give a big shout out to Forest Dan. I was in the shop today, and he came up to me and said to me, "You're right, Mr. Dore, I'm a member." So I just saw him in a random shop and say, "I'm a member." So yeah, thank you, Anthony, for seeing you at the shop. Peace and love for that. I'm just going to go through the comments. And this is from Big Mart. I'm happy to eat humble pie regarding the sign of storage. Okay. 100%. And as well, I don't want to talk about the Bournemouth game yet because we'll talk about that later. And as well, I'm doing a preview show tomorrow at 9 o'clock as well. So people, it's going to be a really, really interesting preview. So people, if you are new to the channel, people, hit the like button. I'm on 51 likes. There's 202 people here in here. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for coming the time and watching this as well. Subscribe to Do Daily. He thinks he's getting away with this. I see you, Des.
He needs about 46 more. Come on, make it happen.
Look, there's 203 people here. Des says if he gets to 500 subscribers, he'll wear a full kit. So people, subscribe to Do Daily. The link is below. Go and subscribe to Do Daily. You don't have to watch it. Just subscribe. That's what you do. You can watch it, but just hit the subscribe button, please. The link is below. Subscribe. As well, subscribe to me as well, people. I think I'm 100 and...
You don't have to watch it, though. Just subscribe to him.
Yes, I'm going to make fake profiles up and keep subscribing.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, people like to subscribe to me. I think I'm 190 away from 7K. So people...
Well, the last time you said it, Finn Rogers subscribed. So thanks, Finn.
People can make sure, like I said, everyone subscribes to the channel as well. Subscribe to Des. As well, I've got to say, after this show, I don't know if people know, I was on the radio 2 months ago and it came out today. I've done a little vlog for it as well. So people, after this, it's good, interesting. It's about me being a Forest fan, what's happening, talk about my channel, about people, about how I feel. It was a fantastic, and it was me and Bao as well. And so people after the show, go and watch it. It was a great show as well. I'm just looking for some. This is from Grant. I watched George for Bournemouth. He looked promising as a kid. 2 million is a bargain, and he will only get better. He will. He will only get better, and that's the best thing about Forest. He'll get better. The next one. This is from me. All about the delivery and system storage to get. He brought out the best out of the game. It is. I think that's important. And we talk about Brennan, and from my angle, he was quiet. He was quiet. I think did he make any assists yesterday? I can't remember if he did or not.
Yeah, I think he did.
Did he make an assist?
I'm sure he put a cross for one of them.
No, because
that was Spence.
Was it Spence? It might be Spence.
That was Spence. And I'm going to ask you, and Steve mentioned it. I'm going to ask you, Des. This is geared up. Like I said, he's geared up. It's like he's fast. He's going to scare the defense. But do you like? I've asked, quite a lot of people say to me, "Oh, we need to rest him." No, we don't need to rest him. We don't need to rest him. We're in the business estimate of the season. We want to go up.
2 games to go.
No, I was walking back for the gun, right? And some guys said, "Well, we need to rest Johnson." No, we don't. But he was quiet, and it's okay to be quiet. We won the game, and that's the point of it. Like, if Johnson play,
let's get something straight here. Brennan Johnson is Forest's best player by an absolute mile.
I agree. Yeah.
He is frighteningly good. He's got so much potential. You know, what people don't realise is even in the Premier League, you know, players like that don't storm every single game. They'll win 1 in 3, 1 in 4 games for you. And that's what Brennan does. But when he's not playing quite so well, or it appears he's not playing quite so well, I made the point after the Fulham game. I thought it was man of the match after the Fulham game. So my opinion is that he's man of the match. Why would I rest him thinking he's out of form? He didn't score. He didn't create an assist. But for me, he was man of the match. The way he took the game to Fulham whenever he could, and he gave the defence some respite, and he freed up space for other players. You know, you look at Jed Spence, and don't get me wrong, I'm taking nothing away from Spence because I think he's absolutely fantastic. But you know, if he goes somewhere else, he's going to need, in my mind, after the season he's had this season, to fit in straight away, he's going to need a Brennan Johnson with him.
Yeah, well said.
Because Brennan Johnson will be taking up somebody's time, and that allows Spence to nip him around the back and get his assist and get on the end of things. So all this about Brennan Johnson needs a rest because he hadn't scored a goal for 57 minutes, you know, or however long, you know, however, I'm being flippant, but however long it is, you know, it's rubbish because he's Forest's best player. That's why he's being coveted from half the teams in the Premier League. And like I say, it's easy to look beyond it sometimes. I sent you a clip a few weeks ago, James Garner at Blackpool.
Yep.
Nobody mentioned what James Garner had done in that game because he wasn't in the man of the match conversation. But I found this Man United scouting thing. It was about 5 minutes long, and it was every single touch Jimmy Garner had through the match. It was phenomenal, wasn't it, Dor? You know, interceptions, you know, winning a header, winning a corner, you know, pinging a ball out wide. And it's the same with Johnson, isn't it? People are looking for that final end product all the time.
But it's what he does off the ball as well, Des, isn't it? He's taking players away, which are causing, you know, spaces for our other players like Garner, like Surridge, and to get in there.
Ziganel as well. Ziganel.
The overall game sometimes, it's not like you say always.
It is, Lee, and it's a team game, isn't it? You know, ultimately it's a team game. Yes, of course, there's fantastic individuals, but Cooper will know about all that. Cooper will know where he's dragging defenders to and how he drags someone out of the way to let. We mentioned the midfield. I mentioned the midfield and how open it was. That's probably because people are concentrating on what we've got out wide. You know, and you've got when Zinkernagel, because he often does drift towards the right hand side. The fullbacks and the left centre backs must be thinking, "What on earth is going on here?"
There's not many teams that want to have him. Even in the Premiership, there's teams that would take him if they could have him. You know what I mean? So never mind the Championship. So why would you rest him with 2 games to go?
Exactly.
Yeah.
you don't rest players at the stage of the season. I don't care who you are. You know, it's time to.
There's no way they're going to leave it.
Can you imagine if you're
He'll run all day. He'll run all day. He's got the energy.
Can you imagine resting Brennan Johnson yesterday and we got a 1-1? Can you imagine what everyone would have had to say about that?
Exactly. Some fans have that. And this is the problem. I'm not trying to disrespect any Forest fan. People have their opinion and all that. I just don't get it. Like, he has one quiet game and
he's a young lad. He's a lad.
We won 5-1. He got playing
Let me tell you this, yeah. All right. Can you imagine Scott Parker's face at 6 o'clock on Tuesday? No Brennan Johnson in that team. He's going to go, whoa, lads, hold on a minute.
Yeah, like that, rubbing his hands.
He knows now that the one thing with Forest is that right side. Yeah. All right. He's got to contain that right side. All right. And Brennan Johnson carries that threat. All right. Just by putting Brennan Johnson there. All right. If he gets behind that left back, the only thing that left back's seen is Brennan's number. Because he's not getting ahead of him. He's gone. All right. And I'm not into this myth that he's having a bad game and this, that, and the other. That's rubbish. He's out, like Des said, best player. You know. Can you imagine Cloughie saying to Robbo, "Oh, Robbo, you have a break, mate. You're a little bit tired." You know, our best player, he wants to dead that. He'd have told him to get on with it. Won't happen. And nor is Cooper going to do that.
I was going to look for comments and someone agrees with Des. This is from Alex. How you doing, Alex? I agree with Des. Brennan doesn't need any goal position to be man of the match. Teams are scared of him. He might double on him if the precedence alone opens our attack space it is. And that's what I want to talk about. And we'll talk about Zeganel as well, James Garner as well. And like I said, James Garner set up Spence goal. And we're talking about a player that hasn't had a chance. And I'll talk to you, Steve, about Alex Myton. And he's not had a chance. He's not had a time as well. But he's come back. It took him. How long did it take him? 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get his goal. But I think that for you, you must be happy for him. Like he's another player, attacking player. Come on and score, and that's another headache for Steve Cooper. Thinking, oh, is it time for him to give him a chance?
Yeah, he likes him, don't he? Because he said in his interview yesterday, didn't he, how much he likes him. He's worked hard, Alex Myton, and he took his goal well. Again, you know, Route 1 football, so it just shows you we can do it. And he went straight down the middle and stuck it in. But yeah, I think this is what the thing is with Cooper. He's just, you know, making these players who we were like you said, Ben, in August time, we were like, yeah, you know, it was dire, this, that, and the other. I mean, don't forget, Cooper never had a transfer window until January. He had to do with the players that he got. And he made us play some real good football up to January. Where were we on December the 31st? Were we 8th? Were we 8th in the league on December the 31st? And he took us from bottom to 8th or something like that. So, again, Myton, you know, he looked good. He looked sharp, I thought, yesterday. And it's another option, isn't it? Pace. No, pace. No team likes to defend against pace. No one wants to defend against that, mate. You know, if you've got people running at you with some pace, you know, I wouldn't want to do it. You know, so yeah, he took his goal really well. 2 touches, bang in the back of the net. Say no more.
I don't know if anyone noticed, and I kept shouting. I was in the posh bit yesterday, but I kept shouting at Joe Worrell and cannot get back because we wanted more goals. I think Spence kept saying. We want could be saying to players, we want more goals, we make goals, and it's so good. Like I said, like it's amazing to see attacking football. And I mentioned Ziganel as well and Garner, that we always moaned about that number 10 role. Like I'm not going to mention that player's gone to Olympiacos, but Ziganel or Garner or Cafu, we've got players that can play in that role now. We're always desperate for it. And I'm going to ask you, Lee. And Lee was a Carvalho fan. I'm going to put it straight. Lee was a Carvalho fan. But now, Zeganel, he's the man now. He's made it his own, hasn't
Yeah, I mean, just go back to what Steve was on about with Mighton. I think Mighton's bulked up a little bit. He was bullying their defenders for that ball, for that goal. That's just one thing I noticed watching the replay. He shrugged them off and pushed them, and they were bigger than him. So that's just something I want to say on that. But yeah, Zinganel, I think he's improving his work rate. He was a bit inconsistent, weren't he? But these last few games, he's upped his work rate. He's still the odd time his decision making. Like, he holds on to the ball a bit too long sometimes. But you know, he's improving. He's working for the team. He is picking a few passes. He is creating the odd goal or a pass to then create a goal. So I'm not going to knock him too much. He knows himself he's capable of a lot more, and I think he's starting to come with it at the right time, if that makes sense. He's starting to just up his game a little bit, I've noticed, the last few games.
There's one player that I want to talk about, and he came off the bench. And I'm going to ask you, Steve, and it's Joe Lolle. And I think it was Des touched on it. I don't know who it was. He's slowly getting to his best form. And imagine him, like, I don't know, he could start against Bournemouth, whatever it is. But, and I mentioned as well, what's his name, the American, the Canadian right back, he's bringing on players, right, and they're doing well. We've got some, like, we can mention this. We've got like Zinganel, Cafu. Even Cafu didn't come on yesterday. We've got so many good players off the bench that can change the game, and it's just good to see it, Steve. It's good to see we can get players that can just change the game, and it's exciting seeing it, Lee. I mean, Steve.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the bench is strong in it wherever you go. Like, say, you got players like Lolly, Cafu. They're all good players, and you know, years ago when I think under Warburton, I can remember, I always said it. I say it to you, I say it to my lad. I said we used to watch the subs warming up in front of us, and we used to think not much there on that bench. But now you look at our bench and you think, wow, we can change it anywhere, can't we? You know, we can. You know, Lolly, Mighton, you know, Cafu. You know, it's everywhere. Just getting back to Zink though, Zink on Fulham, he worked his socks off at Fulham. He worked his socks off at Fulham, and I've been a Zink. I'm a Zink fan, and I hope we sign him. I hope we, sign him. Whichever league we're in, I really do hope we sign him because he makes that team tick. Believe you me, in that middle of the field, sometimes he makes that team tick, and I might be one of the odd ones, but he's got a pass on him. He can split it, and I'm sorry, I really do like Zink, and I hope we keep him. Everyone's on about Garner and Spence, I understand that, but Zink, I hope we keep Zink. Really do.
So people in the comments, do you think Forest should sign him? Zink, if we are relegated or promoted or stay in the same league? I've not said that. I don't know why I said that because you know what it is. I'm not used to it. We could get. It's just amazing to see though. It's just when's the last time we could say, "Oh, we're going up"? We're going up. It's just mind-boggling to where we was from the start, and now we're 2 games away to the Premier League. But here's what it is. There's 206 people in. Please, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. Please, I just seen a comment. Des is 29 away from 500. Get Des before the stream finishes. Get Des to 500. He's 29 away. Subscribe to the channel.
They're coming for me.
People, subscribe to Do Daily. Please do. Get him to 500 so he can wear the full kit. So please do. Subscribe to his channel now. As well, people in the comments, I'm going to ask the panel about who's the man of the match, and then we'll talk about the Bournemouth game. People, who was your man of the match? I'll go through you, Lee. Who was your man of the match yesterday?
For me, I thought Garner played well. To be honest, as a team, we didn't play too bad. Samba was good. But for me, there's only one person, and you've got to give it Surridge. I think he deserves it for me. Not just because of his hat-trick. He just played well in general, didn't he? He made it happen. So for me, it's Surridge. He was fantastic yesterday.
Steve?
I agree with Lee. You can't. A guy scores hat-trick, you got to give him man of the match. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Garner played well, and and everyone, Garner really did play well. I know he set up about 2 or 3 of the goals, but for me, guy scores that trick, Surridge. And 2 of them goals were, well, all 3 of them actually, because that third one, his hat-trick one, he had to use his brain a little bit, didn't he? Because it sort of like come off the bar and everyone stops and he brought it down and he put it in the net. So he scored 3 quality goals. So, Surridge for me, every day of the week.
Last one, Des, who's your man of the match?
Yeah, no surprises for me. Definitely Surridge. I think the most pleasing aspect for me, and just looking at it a bit deeper than the goals, is he had those chances first half, didn't he? And he could have been affected. They always say to strikers, if you're getting in the right places, even if you don't score for weeks and weeks, why managers tend to stick with players, because they keep getting in the right place to score. That gives them the opportunity to break these ducks. I know he's not in that, and I'm going a bit off kilter, but what he did was he just put that behind him at half time, didn't he? There was a couple of really sort of scoreable chances. That one where he tried to lob the keeper when he ran clean through, and then the one where he kind of curled it around the post. So the most pleasing aspect for me was the fact he come off that, and again that first goal was an absolutely brilliant goal, wasn't it? The finish, that's top bins. That's proper top bins, that first one. And we all like to see that. So, yeah, no surprises. It's got to be Sam Surridge, hasn't it?
Yeah, so full house, I'm going to say the same. Wow, he could have scored 6 yesterday.
Who got it on the match day? Because I didn't see it. I didn't know.
Who got it?
I don't know.
Surridge got
Surridge got it. Surridge got it.
Yeah, Surridge got it. Yeah, Surridge got it. But yeah, at full house, I thought he was fantastic. Like I said, he could have scored 6. He could have said it in his interview after game. He was outstanding, and yeah, fair play to the guy. But like I said, fantastic point for us. I know I've seen a few comments from Swansea fans. It is what it is. We battered you, and just sour grapes. Before we talk about Bournemouth, people, like I said, there's 200 people in. If you can hit the like button, please. I've had 74 likes. Please do subscribe. I have put a link, people, on if you can subscribe to Do Daily. So make sure you do subscribe to Do Daily now. He needs to get to 500 before the stream finishes. To get to subscribe now. Right. We have to talk about it, and it is the biggest game for 23 years. And as a Forest fan now, me and Des are going to the game. I'm going to ask you, Lee. It's the biggest game for 23 years.
It is.
As a Forest fan, are you excited?
Excited, nervous, and everything in between. I mean, those past playoff games and all that, they're nothing. They're nothing on this, because this could be automatic, couldn't it? This could be, I won't say make or break, because we have got the playoffs to fall back on, but this could be 23 years of hurt out the way. We almost sound like England, don't we? Yeah. When you're not winning stuff. But no, it's the biggest game of our season. It comes down to this, everything we've worked for. And I'd love us to do it, just to stick it to Houghton, to be honest. I'd love us to do it. Yeah. It's, what can you say? It's massive, isn't it? Whether you're going down or not, everyone's going to be on the edge of the seat, aren't they? It's how we start the game for me that's important.
How you feel about it, Steve?
I'm a bit worried about it, because I've got no nerves whatsoever. I'm just totally relaxed about it. I just think there's something about this manager. There's something about this team. They don't look nervous. They don't fear anyone. And that's what's worrying me a little bit. And I don't mean to be negative in any form of way. Please don't think I'm being negative. I just totally believe in this club and the way this manager is. Ben, we were at Blackpool, and me and you, after the Blackpool game, sat there and went, I can't believe we've just beat Blackpool 4-1 and it's not in the playoffs. And just a day before that month, we're sitting here now, we're in the playoffs, guaranteed the playoffs, and we're talking about automatic. Do you know, and if I said to you, on May the 1st, Ben, would have been 3 points, win Bournemouth, and we're in automatic, you'd have gone, no, I don't think so. Deep down, would have gone, no, I don't think so. And that's how the month.
Yeah, after when we lost to Luton, I thought that was done. I thought it was done, and yeah, but it happened. And Des, how you feeling, Des? I know we're going to the game. How you feeling, Des? About it? Are you confident? Are you nervous? How are you feeling about it?
The feeling I've got right now is I just can't wait. I'm actually going for a walk tomorrow, a long walk, 18 miles. And I think
can I join you, Des? Can I join you?
I just think I'm just going to be thinking about it all the way through, because all I'm doing at the moment is just waiting. You know, we should never wish away time, but right now I'm just sat here waiting. Just so excited by it, and sometimes we label. I thought about it when you said it there. It's the biggest game for 23 years. Sometimes we put labels on games, don't we? Because it's the next big game. It's not really. But this is a playoff final almost. You know, this is almost the playoff final to get to the Premier League. I'm not disrespecting Hull. I know there's still a bit of work to do there. But without this game, you know, if we don't win the game, it doesn't happen, does it? It could, ever so slightly, but it's very unlikely. So I just nervous, yes, you know, because we've waited so long. Got butterflies about it already. You know, confident, yes. You know, the nervous excitement, that's absolutely fine, isn't it? There'll be lots of pent up energy coming out on the day, just like there has been over the last few weeks. You know, and lots of excitement. We've got to enjoy it, haven't we? As well, we've got to allow ourselves and to soak all this in, because it has been so long. Do you know, a stab at the Premier League is all we've really ever wanted. You know, a proper stab. We never got to that game where we never got to the big game, did we? The big playoff final. And under Billy Davis in one of those seasons, I thought around Christmas time, just before we went to Newcastle, it looked like we were going to get second place, or we was fighting with West Brom and Newcastle. So we've never had a chance of, because that fell away. That was the point I was making. We never was in this position to really push forward and push on, and it being all in our own hands. You know, it's just what you want, isn't it? Steve said it, Lee said it, we've all said it. We look back to those games and think, wow, where have we come from? Yeah. You know, absolutely. And to me, there's just now, and I spoke about that emotion. I'm not this kind of person, but it's written in the stars almost. You know, I think it's just written in the stars that it's going to happen, because these are
different, doesn't it, to the other games, Des? You know, the playoffs and all them others that we've had in the past. It just feels different, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
It absolutely does, but I still think, you know, and perhaps it's a little bit of a hope because I love him to bits, but we were talking about Joe Lolly before, you know, and I said about 3 weeks ago, he's got a role to play this season. You know, he's got a role. He's that kind of player. He's a match winner when he does something well, and he's just one of them charismatic players around the pitch who, when he gets the ball, you wait for something to happen. And I just think whether it's him or Steve Cook, maybe, you know, there's something in this game that I'm going to put my prediction out there now. I think it's going to be 1-0 to Forest. It's going to be 1-0 to Forest.
He's doing an early prediction. He's going for it.
And I just think someone like a Steve
Cook.
Des,
stop. Des, stop. Right, no, Des, don't do that, please. Don't do that. Why is Des doing this?
Oh, enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it, but Des. Right, people, I've been saying I might need a defibrillator to take me to Bournemouth. Please, if someone's taking one, bring me one, please, because I'm nervous. I'm not nervous. After watching Swansea, I'm more confident that we can get a result. As everyone knows, I'm not going to do my prediction to after our game. So, Des, can I join you for that 80-mile walk tomorrow? I might join Des. and just for the sake of just walk somewhere because I'm nervous and
Somebody said right at the start in the comments that there's 46 hours to go, and I'm going to be out for about 8-9 hours tomorrow. So I'm trying to subtract all the hours and a bit of sleep and a bit of.
Oh, days. So people, like I said, how excited is everyone? Like I said, it's been a crazy season, and like I said, I keep repeating it. I will do it. Our first 7 games on this channel, everyone was not in a good way, football terms, and right now it just. Would you imagine everyone talking about this? The way everyone's feeling, it's crazy, and I'm excited. And after what we did to Swansea, we've got that feeling something's happening with this club, and I think it's emotional. Is everyone emotional about it? The way everyone's feeling at this moment? I don't know. Are you emotional, Lee? Like what is happening with this club?
Yeah, like I feel excited. I feel sick. And as silly as it sounds for a grown-ass man to say, you almost feel like if we get promoted, you could cry because it's just been so long. There's just so many emotions in there. I'm going 3-1 door to Forest. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going for it. I'm nervous, but I'm going for it. 3-1.
Going early. Stephen, are you going for early prediction or are you going to wait?
I'm going to wait.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
If Swansea can score 3, we sure as hell can score 3.
No,
that's my theory.
I'm waiting. I'm people in the comments. If you want to put your prediction in early, get them in. I'm not. I'm going to wait because tomorrow we know it's a preview with the Bournemouth fan, and it's going to be a fantastic show. There's so much to talk about. That starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow as well, or it might start 9:30. 9:30 that might start. So, but yeah. Stephen, how are you feeling, Stephen? How are you feeling? Like, are you?
I mean,
2 wins away. We're 2 wins away to the promised land. 2 wins away. Can't believe I'm saying that.
No, I can't. I can't believe I'm saying it. I don't know. I tell you this now. If I tend to agree with Des. I've got something about Des. It's in the stars. There's something about it in the stars. There's a few things with my situation why I think it's in the stars. I'm not going to go into that. One of them's my little girl. She came because I couldn't
Shout out to Erin. Shout out to her.
I couldn't get a babysitter. It was Steve Cooper's first game, and she's been blown away with it and everything like that. And there's been other things. I will say one thing: if we win on Tuesday, we're going up. I've just had a text, and apparently, I don't know how true this is. Hull have given Luton their keeper on emergency loan. I've just had a text that Hull have given Luton their keeper.
Emergency loan?
What? Their first team keeper?
I think he's played 30 times. I don't know what he's. I don't quote me on it, but I've had a text.
Yes. True. It's true.
Stars.
So they're basically going on holiday then.
Well, they're on the beach anyway, but that you've still got to do a job.
That doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing.
Doesn't mean anything. If Forest win on Tuesday, and we clinch automatic promotion next Saturday, I am going to hunt Mr. Door down. I'm going to hunt Lee down. I'm going to hunt Des Dooley down, and I'm going to give you 3 the biggest smacker you've ever had. And I'm going to pay you 3 back for that Friday night at Blackpool, okay?
Right.
You got me absolutely hammered.
Don't forget, he's got to get his tattoos. It's tattoo side if we do it.
Listen, I'm sticking to my bet. I'm sticking to my bet. I said to you, if Forest get promoted, I'll get the tattoo on my leg. I mean it. On my leg.
Tattoo if we get promoted automatically. Remember, he was on the bike. He would actually do it.
I'll do it. Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna get going, people. I mean, like I said, it's been a crazy show, and it's mad. I said it's crazy how things turn. our football. Let's say we're football fans, and it's mad. And like I said, tomorrow is it's a preview show with Bournemouth fan. That will start at 9:30. And it's going to be crazy. So make sure everyone go on. If you've not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel, please. It's a massive help. And people, what is Des on? What is Des on, people? Does Des reach 500 yet? I need to know. Has Des reached it? Please subscribe to his channel. If you haven't, what are you doing?
I'm going to retweet every day with Des's.
Make sure he needs to get to 500
I've got a new song for the Forest playlist.
What's that? Turn it off! 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 There's the...
Whoa, stars. Bit tiny temper all day tomorrow.
Oh, dude, I think it is. But yeah, people are gonna get going. But yeah, it's been a great show. And as I said, me and Des are going to Bournemouth. I'm nervous as hell. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna just walk around, give a nice walk somewhere, and just. It's mad, Forest fans. It is mad, and I can't believe we're saying it. 2 wins and we're in the Premier League, but we've got to get past Bournemouth. Right, Lee, Des, and Steve, thank you very much for coming on the show. 10:30. It's countdown. I've done a radio thing 2 months ago, but it's come out now. So please, it's on my channel. It's a fantastic show. So it's talk about me being a Forest fan, about black people and Asian people being accepted at the City Ground, not just Forest fans, everywhere as well. So it was a fantastic thing for me to do. I was a host as well, so it's something that I'm proud of as well. Make sure, like I said, people, if you can hit the like button as well, it's much appreciated as well. And as well, please just get this guy to 500 subscribers. Get him there. And as well, I think I'm 190 away from 7K. So please, people, if you are watching this, please do hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot. And as well, you can watch my vlog as well. It was a fantastic day. And like I said, I've had a fantastic 3 days with Kevin Campbell. Des met him. Lee met him as well. He's the most humblest person I've ever met. And as well, I forgot to tell people I met my hero yesterday as well. And Malcolm, it's Malcolm. When I met Ian Warren, I gave him the biggest hug. No one knows he's my hero, Ian Warren. And I've given him the biggest hug when I saw him yesterday. So Malcolm, can you send me that video, please? Because he's a hero in my eyes. But yeah, it's been a fantastic 3 days for me, and a fantastic 3 days for Des as well. And it's mad. But now we're 2 days away, people. I keep saying it. We're two games away from Premier League. I can't believe I'm saying this. It's mad. It's mad. Right, people are gonna get going. Thank you very much for coming on as well. Panel again. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on as well. But like I said, people, after the show, please go and watch it. It was fantastic for me to go and do my radio show, BBC Radio Nottingham. Yeah, 9 o'clock as well. I'll be live with a Bournemouth fan. I'm getting nervous. I think I need to go to bed. I think I just it can't happen.
Celebration. Come on.
Oh, I can't. And Steve, right before we go, Steve, text me in the morning if you're alive, because I don't want Steve. I don't talk about it, Steve. Just text me if you feel alive, Steve, because I'm not being Steve.
I can hear her ranting and raving downstairs, but I'm all right. She's all right. Some bloke she's married to is getting shot. I don't know what the problem is. I don't understand.
Well, yeah, it's Stephen. All I'm gonna say, Stephen's a mad one. That's all I'm gonna say, people. But right, people, I'm gonna get going. Thank you everyone for watching the show. Like I said, please hit the subscribe button, like as well. Subscribe to Do Daily. Get him to 500 subscribers before Hull. If you don't, I don't know where you are. Peace and love, everyone, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day. And if you're going to Bournemouth,
bring us them 3 blues back, boys. Bring them back.
Right,
see you at Hull.
Right, I see you at Hull and up the Reds, people.
Come on.